And now back to today's Seniors Living Well with your host, Laurie Webb.
Hi everyone, welcome back to today's Seniors Living Well, making 2013 your lucky year. And we are definitely lucky. We have, as Virginia and I said, some really wonderful supervisors who have made it possible, along with other sponsors, to get this show back on the road and actually provided funding to get it even started. And one of those supervisors is with me this morning. Hi, John. Welcome back.
Hi, Laurie.
Glad to have you back as a guest.
Glad to be back and glad to be helping and sponsoring the show.
I'm glad.
Great service that you and Virginia put in a lot of work into this, and we're happy to have you.
It's been a lot of fun too. The two of us working together. She does a lot of the heavy lifting, but the show just kind of rolls. We
were just talking about that last segment, and you two are able to just put forth a synopsis of what went on the last 2 years. Right. Just terrific.
People are kind of like, they look at us and they, wow. So,
and it wasn't rehearsed.
And neither is this, I should tell people.
This is ad lib, believe it.
Yeah, but you have so many good things to tell us about. And I would really like you to start with the thing that you brought to Amador County, the RX program.
Okay.
And for folks who may not know about it, can you just kind of give a brief history of it?
I will. The program is called the RX Discount Prescription Drug Card. It is a program that is free to anyone. Anyone can pick up one of these cards at the county offices, at the senior center. They go out with Amador Lifeline flyers and newsletters. These just went out with the school packets, the Tuesday school packet from the schools just recently.
Great.
So they're available to anyone, and even so available that you can go online and print your own from the website that has a link on the Amador County webpage. So, but the bottom line is, it's a card that you can present to your pharmacist anytime you're buying a prescription, either for yourself or your pet. You can present it for imaging costs. If you have to have an MRI, you can present it for lab work. And it provides a discount sometimes below the generic cost. In fact, frequently below. I've got some statistics on that, but frequently below the generic cost and definitely well below the regular brand name cost. And provides a significant discount, an average of about 55 to 60% discount off of the normal price of that prescription drug. So you can use it in conjunction with your own health insurance. If your insurance doesn't happen to carry that or offer coverage for a particular drug or prescription, you can use it in place there. Seniors have been able to use it in the donut hole that occurs in the Medicare coverage. So all of it is a benefit. And in the end, because Amador County sponsored this program, we receive a small royalty for every prescription that is purchased using this card. And we have decided, as a board of supervisors, all four of my fellow supervisors and I have decided that we would take those royalty monies that the county is paid for sponsoring this card and put them to work back in the community where they're needed most. And we have, for the last several years, sponsored both the Amador Lifeline program for the You're Just a Button Away from Help, and the Meals on Wheels program administered through Common Ground at the Senior Center. So it's been a phenomenal win-win. I couldn't be prouder of having stumbled across it. I literally, in my first supervisors conference, stumbled across this program. You and I talked about how we both felt it sounded too good to be true, and we're a little iffy about it.
You persisted.
It's proved to be a terrific program.
It is.
And over the last 4 years, I think we've put about $37,000 back into the community in those programs I just mentioned. So.
Right, and that's a huge thing for particularly, Lifeline does very well, and it's a great service, and really it's self-funding. It doesn't get any grant money, so getting that kind of donation's wonderful. And the meals program's constantly getting hit with, cuts and increased expenses, and I know that Elizabeth just is thrilled when you walk in. And you say they're little royalties, but the checks to Lifeline and Common Ground have not been small.
No, they have not. We sponsored Lifeline 2 years ago solely. The year before that, it was Common Ground and the Meals on Wheels, and then we shifted to Lifeline as the recipient for it, and they received $10,000 that year just to Lifeline.
That's huge.
And then the program grew so much the subsequent year, just last year, that both entities received about $8,000 last year, both Common Ground, Meals on Wheels, and Lifeline. So it's growing, and it's a terrific benefit in two ways to the community, because seniors have received that discount. Not just seniors, but everybody has received that discount of 55 to 60%. Plus, the county has gotten that royalty that we pour back into these programs. So.
And I had one senior telling me that, she had used it for something, and then she mentioned it to her granddaughter, who's has a lot of allergies and things, and is not insured, and she was talking to her about, this wonderful prescription thing. Well, I'm not a senior, Grandma. Well, you don't have to be a senior.
No.
I mean, I know people from the hospital, county employees, lots of people have picked up that card and just really benefited from it.
Absolutely, and as we discussed earlier, you can even use it for pets prescriptions. Which I had a friend whose dog actually got bit by a rattlesnake, and part of the prescription is a Benadryl, kind of a high strength Benadryl, and he received that prescription and took the card down and said, "Well, I heard it works for pets," and tried it, and he got a terrific benefit on the Benadryl for his dog's rattlesnake bite. So.
Poor dog. Yeah. And, it doesn't, I want to caution people, it doesn't always work. I mean, there are certain situations but a majority of the time, it doesn't hurt to ask, and you're going to get some benefit from it.
And that's what the pharmacies tell you to do is just ask.
Yeah.
Just present the card and say, can you give me an idea at your pharmacist counter? Can you tell me what this prescription will cost utilizing this card?
This card, yeah.
And they're happy to do that. They belong to the program that sponsors this card, so it's a sort of a symbiotic relationship between the pharmacies and the company that offers the discount, and it's a great win-win.
Great. Well, that saves money, and I think the other thing that the seniors have been very interested in has been an expense that, if you don't mind just touching briefly on the fire fee and what the latest is on that.
Okay, the fire fee or some for state responsibility areas, the fire fee has been challenged in court. The Jarvis GAN, or the Howard Jarvis Tax Association, has filed a class action lawsuit against the Board of Equalization, who administers the program, and CAL FIRE, challenging the constitutionality and legality of this tax, i.e. fee, that was passed. I believe it's about $150 for every habitable structure. And so you can go on to the Howard Jarvis tax site. It's hjta.com, or you could probably just Google Howard Jarvis Tax Association, and they have a link on there that you can join the class action lawsuit and support that. The second round of bills are due to come out pretty soon here, and my understanding is you're still able to appeal your tax on that. If, for instance, I was chairman of the Kennedy Mine Foundation, and we were charged that, even though there's no habitable structure on the Kennedy, we were sent a bill. We challenged it, but by the time we challenged it, we had already paid it.
Right,
our person handling the books paid the bill. We challenged it. We were 1 day late on the challenge, and so they denied our challenge, and our money has stayed there. We will challenge it again this year, and you should, if you feel you're being charged that.
Now, I
wrongfully.
heard somewhere that the bills have been the bills going out to people aren't going out right now. They're
not right now, but my understanding is soon.
They're going
is
to,
the
okay.
report that I just got from from the Howard Jarvis folks yesterday. So.
All right. Well, that's really it's of interest to particularly the seniors, because people living on fixed incomes. That's I think we paid $115. My husband and I. We can handle that, but a lot of seniors, that's like a whole week's worth of groceries.
Right.
So
right. It is, and Yeah, it's hard to justify.
Yeah.
It doesn't, they wanted to lead you to believe that it goes to firefighting capabilities and so forth, and it doesn't even go to that.
Yeah,
It's just for administrative costs.
Yeah.
So.
We talk about it every month at the Commission on Aging. So if any of you want to come to the Commission on Aging meeting, we always have an updated report. Nicole Vasquez from the ambulance company, because of her involvement with firefighting too.
Mm-hmm.
She has good updates. John, I wanted to talk to you about the community college. You're the supervisorial rep to the community college.
And the chairman of the Community College Foundation.
In your spare
another
time.
hat. Yeah, let me find that.
We only have about 2 minutes left, but can you quickly talk about what's going on with?
Well, we have studied over the years the possibility of a brick and mortar, a college campus, and so forth. And after all of our research, it's just not feasible in this environment and in a county of our size with the number of people. So in the end, our choice has been to implement 2 programs. One is college classes offered through Folsom Lake College in a fully video interactive environment that we partnered in with the County Transportation Commission building, the Sutter Hill Transportation Center.
That's up at Sutter Hill.
Sutter Hill up there. So students can take a class that's a 4-credit class offered by Folsom Lake College and be in an environment just like we're in right here. You can talk to the professor, you're looking at him on a screen, but you can talk real time with him, so fully interactive. And the second program is the ability to achieve a full AA or AS degree, 2-year degree, with online classes at our new facility at the County HHS building on Lower Ridge Road and Conductor Boulevard. And we have these terrific tablets, these Toshiba
How techy.
tablets and laptops available for people to use there. They can sign up for those classes at Coastline Community College, come to our center, have the Wi-Fi access, the device availability, and start your college career and complete your 2-year degree completely here in Amador County in an online environment.
Oh, that's just wonderful.
And your husband's going to help tutor in
My
math,
husband's going to
so-
tutor math. John, we have to go. I think I'm going to talk to Virginia about having you come back maybe later in the season and talk a little more about that.
I'd love to.
Because there are a lot of seniors and their kids who are interested. So,
Well, it's a good
see?
low-cost way for seniors who can't
To
afford
continue.
their kids to go out to be able to get them an education here.
Great. Okay, we got to go to break. Thank you so much, Supervisor Plasse.
Thank you,
Good
Laurie.
to see you.
Good to see you, too. Thank
We'll
you
see you
very
back again. And you guys stay tuned. We've got Annie Boyce.
We're already.
Oh, we're